The idea for this musical that we're doing, I feel like I remember talking about it as early as season 1. We just started joking about like a musical episode. Oh, that'd be funny. Well, I think we have to do this. And I know Steve always wanted to write all the music, which he did. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I know he needed time to do that. And so it felt like, this was the right time. And it's been so much fun.
The day that we shot the opening sequence of the musical was we were in White Rock. We had like 8.5 hours of light. I thought we had like an hour and a half more than we did, and we were racing the clock, 10 pieces, doing playback and dancing.
Choreography.
Never seen anything up on its feet. That for me was certainly my highlight.
You're at some great location, and there's all these extras, and there's a crane, and it's shot, and there's cameras swooping over, and like the musical, like all this stuff's going. And I'll just look over at Steve, and I was thinking to myself, it's kind of awesome. From where we came to now, it's kind of cool.
This is, it's a musical, but it's coming out of something that has this rich history.
And that is how I do it.
Congratulations, Spencer. You finally solved the great peanut-shelling caper of '09. As we all suspected, it was the chipmunk.
It's got this humorous aspect to it.
This is a psychic demonstration I'm making.
They lost a mental patient.
We know the characters, so to see them singing these things, it still maintains its core of what it is.
We're essentially shooting a 2-hour movie. It's a rather large undertaking. There's some very, very uncharacteristic moments for Lasseter. There's a particularly very sweet little duet with Lasseter and O'Hara, and then the chief comes in.
Tell me those are lies.
Under Santa Barbara sky.
Under Santa Barbara sky.
Under Santa Barbara sky.
It's a sweet side of Lasseter you don't normally see. It's let's just say this. It's something vocal you would not expect from Lasseter.
When I first heard the tracks, when they were played to me, I'm blown away by Rodet. And then the other one I really have to say is, I expected Tim to have a good voice and Dulé to have I thought he had the voice. And then I think we're all blown away by Kirsten. She's doing some stuff that I didn't know existed.
All of the dancing and the choreography and movement that we've been able to do in the scenes while we're singing, it's just added so much. It's been so much fun. I mean, the days have been jam-packed with stuff. You wake up and you get to come to work and you're dancing around and singing, and so it's like you're immediately energized. I don't know, there's something great about it. I think everybody sort of came together and had this like excitement and nervousness about it, and so we were all in it together, and I think it's worked.
What can they expect from the musical? We've been teasing it for a really long time, and I can say confidently that they will be pleased. Steve Franks, our fearless leader, wrote a bunch of great original songs and sunk his whole self. And if our fans, they know that's 6 feet 8 inches of self, and he just gave you everything. And it is a love letter to the fans and to music and Steve's legacy. And I think it's worth gobbling up. And I'm glad that we waited as long as we did to do it, because it needed to be just what it was.
Coming up in this new season, the Psychic Musical, which is really a bridge between season 7 and season 8, I think I'm very excited for the fans to see what their take on it will be, how they respond to it.
Hello, my name is Sean Spencer. This is my partner, Lil Wayne.
The thing is with Psych, from the music I've heard, which is extraordinary, Steve's, beyond being an exquisite creator of the show and storytelling of what we're doing, I mean, he's a fabulous musician and lyricist and all of that. So I think we're doing great justice. It's certainly to our audience, because so much of the audience does relate to James and Dulé so directly, and we all know they have a passion for this.
I think Dulé is probably the best dancer. He's had the most training. He naturally sort of fell into it. But I gotta say, Tim is like, he's shockingly graceful for tall and lanky, and like, I mean, he's like, he'll be doing a twirl and he'll land and go into his song, and it's like he doesn't miss a beat, which is hilarious because he's sort of been known as like the cast klutz. And then we start doing this musical and he's like so light on his feet, and it's kind of unbelievable.
And we talked about doing the musical for 7 years. It was exhausting and amazing and wonderful, and I spent the entire day and probably the entire run of this show just grinning and saying, I get to do this.
What can the fans expect from the Psych musical?
It's a crime.
The talent that truly comes out of the people on this show. We knew we could all sing, but as we were doing this episode, we just kept blowing each other away. I could not believe the sounds that were coming out of these people. It's amazing. What Steve Franks did with this script and the score, the lyrics and directing, it's one of the greatest things he's ever accomplished. I think one of the greatest things any creative show has ever accomplished. It's going to be good.